I'll answer Winnie's issue with a story that is told about a turtle that had a kingdom. So there's a person who went close to a pond where the turtle was the king or the queen. So the person told the turtle that, do you believe that there is a bigger kingdom than the pond that you are at? And the turtle said that this kingdom is the biggest. There is no any other kingdom. And if you show me another kingdom, I will give you my kingdom. Then the person led the turtle into an ocean. So initially when the turtle was swimming, it was knocking the walls of the pond because the pond was small. Then when the turtle was put inside the ocean, it started swimming and couldn't reach the end of the ocean as it was doing to the pond. Then the turtle said that indeed there is a bigger and a better kingdom than where I was. So I would like to tell Winnie that she's bigger than the pond where she's going. She should join the ocean, and this is where the ocean is. Thank you.
And I think to be fair to Winnie, if you listen to what she has said since her great late father died, you will know where her soul is. Watch her every utterance. So me, I would not really care where her body is, but I very much care where her soul is. And I think her soul is together with the soul of the father and with Linda Mwananchi. Asante.
Perhaps a question on the insults by the president. You put it that our country is not an adult society where while an impeachment may have been an option, it's not viable right now. What then would your message be to Kenyans as we head closer to the next presidential?
But the message is that we have a president who is unfit to be in office. Not in 2027. He is unfit to be in office now. And if he has the constitutional means for his removal, the job should be done now, not in 2027. And this is a call to action for all Kenyans to do everything possible to ensure that we don't have a rogue president and that we don't have a bandit government, and that will be decided at the ballot. But if the Kenyans choose, it can also be done by other justifiable means, which, if you have read the law well and jurisprudence well, when there is an injustice and terror, you cannot wait for the ballot. And the law also says if you are attacked in your house, you defend yourself before you go to see a policeman. So this time, we are warning Kenyans that the time to deal with that rogue presidency is not 2027, it's actually now. We now feel comfortable to announce to the country and to you our activities in the coming week. Apologies from our members who are not here. Our Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna, Secretary General of the ODM, and Senator for Nairobi. Now, one we wish to pass messages of goodwill to our Muslim brothers during this month of Ramadan, holy month of Ramadan, and hope that at the end of it, they'll have a prayerful and celebratory end of the month of Ramadan, and particularly the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. We are going to begin our activities this weekend on the 22nd, Sunday the 22nd, with a prayer and public meeting in Narok. That is on Sunday the 22nd. On the 27th, we are holding a people's National Delegates Convention here in Nairobi, and the location of that meeting will be announced in due time. On the 29th, we are having a meeting in Mombasa, a public meeting, which we have had to postpone, as I said, because of the holy month of Ramadan. That meeting will take place on Sunday, the 29th of March, 2026. Now, having said all that, we wish to share some of the ongoings, and probably I'll invite my colleagues to comment on individual issues, part of which is matters that are of a public nature that are ongoing and need some comment from us. And I'll also come at the right end. But for the beginning, let me invite the Honourable Member for Suba to say a few words. And he's the Secretary General of Azimio in office.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also
And leader of majority.
Secretary General of Azimio Parliamentary Group as well. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to speak briefly on certain goings on in the sugar belt part of Nyanza region. As the nation may be aware, there are violent activities being perpetrated against certain communities within the sugar belt. People are being evicted from their farms, they are being attacked, and the government is not paying the necessary attention to this. We all understand that the government has messed up the sugar sector by the very dysfunctional leasing process, and the people are not happy. So if you go to the Miwani area, Chemelil area, Muhoroni area, today, as we speak, several communities are in conflict. We want this matter to be brought to the attention of the nation, and the government to be told to take the necessary steps to restore peace and tranquility in that part of the country. We know for sure the government leased the sugar mills, but those who took over the leases never paid any cent for the nucleus estate of those sugar mills. They have never made public the valuation process, the values of the leasing scheme, and the farmers are not happy. The farmers are not getting paid. They've been laid, those who are working in the mills have been laid off, have not been paid, and we want this issue addressed as a matter of urgency. We are also aware of schemes to take away 10,000 acres of Miwani land fraudulently. And sometime next week, members of parliament will be going to Muhoroni, Miwani area to deal with that issue as part of a public petition that is being handled in parliament. So we really want to bring this out and to tell the government to get serious with the welfare of the people of the sugar belt. There's no point planning state visits or a lot of activities around Kisumu next week when the main economic activity of that area is being sabotaged by the government. When peace is disturbed by agents of government attacking innocent Kenyans and evicting them from their farms. And even you people of the Fourth Estate, please amplify this issue so that the truth can come out. Thank you very much.
And I think we have the governor Nairobi incoming.
Thank you, members of the press. I want to take this opportunity to wish our Muslim brothers and sisters a happy Ramadan season, full of happiness, love, and joy. And just like Prophet Muhammad advises us, when he tied 2 stones in his stomach, he advised that leaders should sacrifice just the way he sacrificed. And that is why we are here today, to sacrifice for our people, to work for our people as their servants. I want to talk about what's currently happening, especially yesterday, the conduct and becoming of our leaders, leaders who are at the apex of leadership in this country, what example are they trying to show those who are coming after them? Must leadership just be full of goonism, violence, insults? As young leaders, we want to condemn the conduct and becoming of the leaders, especially at the presidency level. We don't expect the President of the Republic of Kenya to behave in a way that he behaved yesterday. The moment you get annoyed as a president, what decisions will you make? And those decisions, your guess is as good as mine, that they can lead to chaos. And therefore you must conduct yourself in a manner that is protecting the image of that office, because it is no longer you as an individual, but it is the office that you hold. That is all that I can say as of today. Thank you.
Yeah, Ruben, kidogo.
Thank you very much, our leader. I'll be very much brief, members of the press. First, it's about Nairobi. The demolition of the properties around Nairobi is really very bad. Just yesterday, you saw it in Kamukunji. People were really surprised of what the demolition occurred there. And in fact, I give credit to the members of the press of what you did. You shown that what happened yesterday was not good. So I don't know why the government is doing that. You know, Nairobi is becoming like a place where people are sleeping outside every day, which is not good. To add on what our incoming governor of Nairobi said about discipline. Discipline, that's my work. And I'm telling Kipchumba, kamata bwana hawa watu. Kwani usikamate Ruto? Kamata yeye. Why are they doing that? He wanted to arrest somebody else recently. Sasa kamate president. Si anatukana watu matusi mbaya mbaya. We William, wache hiyo mambo bwana. We ni president. We have to tell you. We ni mwenzetu. We know you very well. Wengine hawakujui, si tunakujua. Na wasicheze. We don't want our kids to come out the way things are happening. Insults everywhere from our leaders. William, wache hiyo mchezo bwana. Thank you.
Brian, our coordinator from Kakamega.
Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Brian Lishenga. I would like to address matters concerning the health sector. First, we condemn the attempts for hostile takeover of Nairobi Hospital. This is a private institution, and therefore we condemn any attempts by any individuals using state resources to take over the Nairobi Hospital. The Nairobi Hospital is long established. It has its proper structures. They should be respected. We also condemn the arrest of senior doctors by the government on allegations that have no heads or tails. And we call immediately for the release of Dr. Oburu and the colleagues. And we ask that the state gets its hands off the health sector. The correct focus of the state should be on the rundown public health system, the hospitals that are not being paid, the patients that are not being supported. So we would like to condemn these actions and call for the government to retain its focus on strengthening the rundown social health authority. Thank you very much.
Deputy Party Leader.
Well, I think my colleagues have emphasized most of the issues, but I just want to reiterate that after the Eid holiday, we will be resuming our activities as indicated by our senior Governor Orengo, that on 22nd, on Sunday, we shall be visiting Narok town And on 27th, we are holding an ODM People's National Delegates Convention, which is going to run parallel to the NDC that has been called by the Linda Group, Linda Ground Group. And on 29th, we shall be having a mega rally in Mombasa town. So I think those dates are very clear. And I also want to emphasize that the Linda Mwananchi, we have made a decision that we are not going to participate in the National Delegates Convention that has been convened and organized by the Linda Ground Group, because that NDC is illegal, that NDC is undemocratic, and some of the ODM members have gone to court questioning the legitimacy and also the legality of that NDC. So that has to come out very clearly. We control 35 counties out of the 47 counties, and we expect that the delegates who will be coming to our meeting will be the joining delegates, as opposed to theirs who will be fake delegates. And we are told they are compiling a list of fake delegates who will attend the NDC. So any ODM member, be aware that the NDC convened by the Linda Ground Group is illegal, and it should be avoided like plague. The NDC they should come to is the NDC organized by the Linda Mwananchi group that is here today. And finally, I also want to pick up on what Honorable Babu said regarding the conduct of our leaders. I want to remind President William Ruto that he took the oath to uphold the Constitution of Kenya. And some of the utterances that he has made for the past few days do not portray a leader who is supposed to be the president of Kenya. In fact, I want to remind President William Ruto that his utterances actually border on misconduct, which is a ground for impeachment of the president of Kenya. We want a president that will unite this country, a president that respects the Constitution, and a president that respects alternative opinion, so that we can have a strong country. Thank you very much.
Just two comments from me before we invite the questions. I also want to join in by saying the president must be called to order. And quite rightly, as stated by Senator Godfrey Ossosi, the grounds of impeachment normally include gross violation of the law and violation of the Constitution. The Constitution on leadership and integrity requires that state officers, which include the president, must conduct themselves in a manner that brings honor to the nation and dignity to the office that state officer occupies. In the articles that relate to the freedom of expression, our Constitution frowns on acts of hate speech, and a lot of what the president talked about, the verbal diarrhea on his part, I think can be described as hate speech. And the Constitution also frowns on incitement and vilification of others. And this applies to him particularly because Article 131 of the Constitution requires of him to promote constitutional values and principles, and that he should bring about unity in the country. So those utterances on his part, and we have not taken an oath like the president. Gachaga has not taken an oath, but the president has taken an oath to defend and protect the Constitution. So his utterances constitute an abomination And if we were in a society where the leadership, particularly in the assemblies, including the parliament, I agree with Godfrey Ososi that the only way the president can be called to order is by impeachment or a sanction by way of a resolution in parliament. And we have precedent for those kind of infractions of the law. So he must be called to order. The president cannot climb from the high office which he occupies and come down to have violent exchanges, verbal exchanges, which do not bring honor to the Republic of Kenya. And I think all the presidents we've had have had their low times in terms of what they said, but I think this yesterday, some of the utterances, if you have great statesmen like Mboya and Masinde Mulero, Ngala, they'll be turning on their graves that what is this person we have created to occupy that high office of the President of the Republic of Kenya. Secondly, in regard to what happened to Tuju, I described Kenya as a kleptocratic state. But I want to add that President Ruto is suffering from a disease known as kleptomania, where you want to acquire anything, even if you have had enough, you can never really have enough. And using primitive capital accumulation, using the police to have a hostile takeover of Tuju's hotel, having a hostile takeover of Nairobi hospital. I think the degree to which President Ruto wants to own the state called Kenya, the real estate of Kenya, which belongs to the people, is alarming. And if it remains unchecked, whatever elections we will be having in future, whether President Ruto is sitting in State House or not, he will control the state, because he would have acquired not only state corporations, state assets, but also be in competition with businessmen in the private sector. So these two things are not doing well for Kenya at all. And finally, I want to conclude by saying, Linda Mwananchi, we are fighting for the soul of the party called ODM, and they're also fighting to protect the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila was a Democrat, he was a fighter for social justice, and he was a fighter for human rights. What we are seeing happening with some of our colleagues within ODM goes against the very many principles that Raila fought against and landed him into detention and many arrests and many violent confrontations with the state. So we think we should be understood that we are fighting for the soul and legacy of the party. And we are going to go everywhere in the Republic preaching that message, that ODM must remain the party of the people, by the people, for the people. We invite questions now.
Thank you. My name is Odinga. Fighting for the soul and the legacy of the party will also mean following the party constitution. In regards to the NDC, parallel NDC, which is scheduled to be having on Thursday, the party constitution on Friday, the party constitution states that you need to give a 21-day notice for such an NDC. Also indicate the venue. Today is 18th, so clearly I've not seen any notice from the leader Mwananchi group, meaning you're flouting the party constitution. Secondly, yesterday the Nairobi branch met and agreed, and this goes to you, the party leader, to front the Honorable Winnie for deputy party leader.
in one of those NDCs, I'm not sure if it will be your NDC or the other NDC, is it something you'll consider? Clearly, the position they are aiming for is your position, deputy party leader. The other two deputy party leaders are within Linda ground. What do you have to say about it? One, about the convening of the NDC at the venue, and two, the proposal that the Honorable Winnie Odinga takes the position.
The second question, as you rightly put it, Deputy Party Leader will answer. If you had asked me, I'd have asked Babu to answer it, but I'm not asking. You know why? I don't know whether you heard me correctly. We didn't talk about a national delegates convention, and we didn't talk about a special delegates convention. We talked about a people's national delegates convention. So get the wording right. If you get it right, then you will get to the conclusion that there's no violation of the Constitution at all.
Venue?
Well, be disclosed.
Well, just to emphasize, we are talking of a people's NDC. And why a people's NDC? Because there's clear violation of the constitution of the party and discrimination of our genuine delegates from our counties. And therefore, those who have been left out because of the schemes of the other side will have an opportunity to attend the real people's NDC convened by Linda Mwananchi. Now, to come to your issue, I think Senator Governor Orengo has clearly said that Linda Mwananchi exists because we are out to fight for the soul of ODM and the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga. Clearly, you see that there is an attempt to take away the ODM ideology, the ODM spirit fighting for the people of Kenya. And the ODM we know, and we have always known, is not the ODM that we are seeing. What we are seeing is the ODM which is an extension of UDA. You have seen the rallies that President William Ruto has been addressing in Western Kenya. Western Kenya happens to be an ODM stronghold, but MPs are now being pushed to join UDA, ODM MPs. Rallies in Western are largely branded as UDA rallies. That tells you that the ODM that we know is not the ODM that the group from Linda Ground is telling us. So we are saying that we will move on as Linda Mwananchi because we are fighting a right cause. And as for my position, for me, I really don't care. And I don't think I'm going to attend that NDC convened by the Linda Ground group because it is against the constitution of the party. It has not been convened by the Secretary General. It is, we have not completed our grassroots elections. We have not done elections in Nairobi and other counties. And most importantly, the idea of the NDC was to complete the election process. Remember, we did the grassroots election up to the county election level. Now we were to do competitive national election. But if you look at the notice of the Linda Ground group, is that they want to do an NDC where they are going to confirm a list of officials. That is not the direction that progressive forces in ODM want. So I do not want to be part of it. I would have been wanted to be part of it if there was going to be a contest and I was willing to participate in that election to defend my position as a deputy party leader. But I do not want to appear before ODM supporters just to be confirmed that Godfrey Osozi is the deputy party leader when other people have been denied an opportunity to compete with me. So for that reason, I am joining those who are saying we are not body. We are not body. For the issue of Winnie, I think Winnie has a democratic right to decide for herself. whether she wants to be party leader or a deputy party leader, let us give her the space to do that. But I just want to, as a caution, to tell her that I think she needs to tread very carefully, because I think those from Linda ground would want to use her to justify what they are going to do on 27, to confirm people without a competition. And I don't think that Winnie needs that, because he can easily win any seat if she contests. So I think there is a sinister motive. But we are not focused on that as Linda group, Linda Mwananchi group, because our focus is to fight for the soul of ODM and the protection of legacy of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga.
I think on the issue of Winnie, now that comrade says that I need to say something, I'll answer Winnie's issue with a story that is told about a turtle that had a kingdom. So there's a person who went close to a pond where the turtle was the king or the queen. So the person told the turtle that, do you believe that there is a bigger kingdom than the pond that you are at? And the turtle said that this kingdom is the biggest. There is no any other kingdom. And if you show me another kingdom, I will give you my kingdom. Then the person led the turtle into an ocean. So initially when the turtle was swimming, it was knocking the walls of the pond, because the pond was small. Then when the turtle was put inside the ocean, it started swimming and couldn't reach the end of the ocean as it was doing to the pond. Then the turtle said that indeed there is a bigger and a better kingdom than where I was. So I would like to tell Winnie that she's bigger than the pond where she's going. She should join the ocean, and this is where the ocean is. Thank you.
And I think to be fair to Winnie, if you listen to what she has said since her great late father died, you will know where her soul is. Watch her every utterance. So me, I would not really care where her body is, but I very much care where her soul is. And I think her soul is together with the soul of the father and with Linda Mwananchi. Asante.
Perhaps a question on the insults by the president. You put it that our country is not an adult society where while an impeachment may have been an option, it's not viable right now. What then would your message be to Kenyans as we head closer to the next president?
But the message is that we have a president who is unfit to be in office. Not in 2027. He is unfit to be in office now. And if the constitution means for his removal, the job should be done now, not in 2027. And this is a call to action for all Kenyans to do everything possible to ensure that we don't have a rogue president and that we don't have a bandit government, and that will be decided at the ballot. But if the Kenyans choose, it can also be done by other justifiable means, which, if you have read the law well and jurisprudence well, when there is an injustice and terror, you cannot wait for the ballot. And the law also says if you are attacked in your house, you defend yourself before you go to see a policeman. So this time, we are warning Kenyans that the time to deal with that rogue presidency is not 2027, it's actually now.
Excellency, are you calling for the overthrowing of President William Ruto because you're saying other justifiable means? The Constitution is about getting the president out of office through an election or through an impeachment. An impeachment here is not viable. So,
may I say just
and the election is in 2027. You're saying you don't have
you're talking about an overthrow. Me, I'm saying he should be removed. through justifiable means. And that has happened in many places. And I don't need to tell you that story. And Gen Zs know that story better than I do.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana. Ama kuna swali lingine?